Good morning. This is a security analysis for DER 8.9 by Shreyas and Daniel. We are team number 82, and we are presenting some findings to help your company's cybersecurity. Uh, Shreyas is the cybersecurity technical lead, and I'm Daniel, the cybersecurity intern. I will be sharing some findings and risk mitigations, and Shreyas will later be talking about some proposed infrastructure protection to improve DER 8.9 cybersecurity. In our business risks, we have discovered that altered data is a risk that may lead to detrimental outcomes that will hurt the company. If our smart meters are compromised, user and billing data could be altered, which could result in financial loss for both the client and the company. If a malicious user can tamper with smart meter data, they could potentially modify it to provide false data contrary to the business's interests, or provide false data that could potentially harm the client's standing. This may cause clients to turn to another company, decreasing potential revenue. In addition, this can cause a decrease in company reputation. If both the company and client are experiencing financial loss, DER 8.9 may be heralded as an unreliable energy provider. If we are labeled as unreliable, then new and potential clients would be less likely to choose DER 8.9 as an energy provider and manager. Another risk is that DER 8.9 may run into breach of privacy issues. Since the smart meters monitor energy and manage billing payments, if an incident occurs and crucial information from the company and client is stolen, the company is liable for the loss of information, as network containing user data is compromised. This may result in lawsuits against DER 8.9 for allowing information to fall into malicious users' hands. If a malicious user can access smart meter information, they could potentially sell this information to competing companies as well as incur monetary loss, also resulting in financial loss. We have developed some ways to mitigate the business risks mentioned before. First, developing a cybersecurity policy. Second, acquiring insurance in case of incidents. And third, developing a fallback mechanism in case of an incident. Developing a cybersecurity policy will reduce risk by establishing certain security objectives and goals. The policy can also delegate and define roles and responsibilities to different employees, and can also identify critical assets and data that must be protected. Next, acquiring cybersecurity insurance in case of an incident will also help reduce business risks by providing coverage to mitigate financial losses in the event of a security breach. Hiscox is a highly rated and affordable option of $22.50 a month, where they can provide IT professionals, liability insurance, and customized coverage. Lastly, developing a fallback mechanism in case of an incident will go hand in hand with cybersecurity insurance. DER 8.9 should develop a plan to continue to provide energy to customers in the event of a security breach in case the smart meters are compromised, which will be covered in our proposals. I will now hand it off to Shreyas.
Thank you, Daniel. So I'll be covering proposed infrastructure protection for DER 8.9. We have proposed 3 ideas to protect the infrastructure of DER 8.9. The first idea is to hire cybersecurity analysts. DER 8.9 should hire 3 to 5 analysts over a year. These analysts should maintain regular checkups on smart meters and networks they are connected to ensure security. These regular analyses can range from every 3 months to once a year, following the CISA security advisories. Next, we propose to implement an access control system. We can recommend implementing an access control system. These are pre-open source access control systems available, like Jenna being a non-proprietary option. However, with open source access control, components are not restricted to a single manufacturer, meaning that specialists will need to search for compatible parts. If DER 8.9 has a sufficient revenue, we can take a step and incorporate smart access. This enables ease of access for authorized users and moderators with huge usage of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Implementing smart access per energy meter will cost around $300. One smart access provider is Vizpin. Vizpin provides smart access for cost of $300 per unit. Both options will take around 6 months to incorporate the access control system, given 3 to 5 specialists working on the system. Lastly, we recommend developing an incident response plan. One effective way to implement this is to incorporate an intrusion detection prevention system, which is IDPS. And IDPS will monitor, detect, and respond to potential security threats and attacks on networks. There are two different IDPSs that we recommend DAR.9 to consider. The first is SecureNet, a high-end IDPS that can provide premium coverage for smart meters with more specialized and customized security. Although the cost is around $7,000 minimum annually, this amount is much less than the amount of money lost in the event of breach, making it worth in the extra protection. The alternative is Snort. Snort is an open source software, mm, meaning that software engineers can use and modify the code. Acquiring Snort is free, which is a benefit. However, unlike SecureNet, it is ruleless for the detection system is limited, which could require extra time for DAR 8.9 current software developers to implement and revise the code for DAR 8.9's needs. The period for implementing an IDPS may range from 3 months to a year, 3 months to a year from either deciding on SecureNet or Snort, respectively. So this is a proposed infrastructure. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our team's proposal for DAR 8.9 security needs. These proposed ideas will reduce risks, provide risk mitigation, and provide infrastructure protection in case against current and future cyber attacks against the company. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.